Hello everyone, just Goran here and welcome back to another Planet Zoo real life inspiration video. And today we are looking at the Bighorn Sheep from the America's Animal Pack. I finally seen them, so now I can make a video about them. These are actually pretty rare in Europe for some reason. There's only 2 zoos that have them here. One of them is this one, the zoo of Plzeň, and there is another zoo in France, I'm pretty sure, that also has the Bighorn Sheep. And yeah, here you can see them. This is my first time seeing Bighorn Sheep. At least I think that's a Bighorn Sheep. Funnily enough, there's another animal in here, which we'll get to in a moment. We are now moving towards the outdoor viewing over here. And there's this little Sonoran desert area with some planting. Over here we can see the kind of back holding separation pen area. And then on the right over here, it moves into the larger enclosure. The pen there is pretty hidden away behind the bushes, but yeah, here's the enclosure. It actually looks pretty nice with the natural rock, and we can see an even bigger horned sheep there, but I'm pretty sure that's not actually a bighorn sheep. I think that is the doll sheep, the other sheep from Planet Zoo, which I was also really happy to see her, because that's another one that's really rare in zoos, and now I finally see them. But yeah, this is the only doll sheep that I've seen, so now the doll sheep video is kind of irrelevant. I think I'll still make it. I think I'll make a doll sheep and also a mountain goat video at some point, if people are still interested in that. But yeah, that's here as well. Now what's pretty interesting is that this enclosure is next to this Sonoran desert house, and that's because the subspecies of bighorn sheep kept in European zoos was the Californian bighorn sheep, so that's why it's often found in desert houses like this one in Burgers Zoo, which used to have the Californian bighorn sheep also in their desert building, modeled after both the Sonoran Desert as well as the Mojave Desert. And yeah, the habitat that used to house the bighorn sheep right here has been modified a little bit. Some branches and stuff were added for the North American tree porcupine over here. Some sand was added for the black-tailed prairie dogs, and there's also colored peccary in here now as well. Now the reason Burgers Zoo got rid of their bighorn sheep is also pretty interesting. It's because of how rare they are here in Europe. They deemed that there was not enough genetic diversity to maintain healthy breeding, and there were no zoos willing to take on their offspring. So for that reason, they decided to quit keeping them in October of 2021, a half year before I first visited this zoo, so I just missed them. But now, finally, I've seen them in Plzeň, at least potentially, probably before they disappear off of the European continent forever, so that's at least a win in my book, I guess. But yeah, this was the habitat of Burgers. It was really nice, but that is all I have to show you in terms of bighorn sheep. I'm not sure if I'm still gonna make a coyote video, by the way. The zoo that I was going to visit in the Czech Republic with coyote just stopped keeping them like mere months before I went on my trip, so I just missed those as well. I do have an empty enclosure to show you, so I could still do that, and I could also include jackals. Yeah, let me know if you want that. Anyway, hope you got some bighorn sheep inspiration, I guess, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!